Dobrodošli. Gledat ćete film našeg prijatelja iz Škotske, Daga Obrije, zove se ŽRtva Geografije, to verovatno znate. Film traje nešto malo više od sat i po, nešto preko 90 minuta. Na 2 mesta će samo biti jedna kratka pauza i to po nekoliko sekundi da zamenimo kasete, pošto eto, takvi su tehnički uslovi. Hvala vam, prijatno.
Geography, it's something really strange, you know, like everywhere is the same, it's the same air, it's the same ground, the same materials, everything. But you can see small differences, you know, in landscapes, in people, in mentality, race, and stuff like this, you know. I think that those things are which have been made up by men, by people. The Britannic Majesty's Secretary of State requests and requires, in the name of Her Majesty, all those whom it may concern to allow the bearer to pass freely without let or hindrance, and to afford the bearer such assistance and protection as may be necessary.
But it's not possible. I don't know. I can't go to planet Mars now. Only way to do that in your brain, to discover some parts of your brain, and you can escape gravity and escape planets. Sorry.
Say no to hard drugs. Greetings from Zagreb. This is a pretty new criminal, or I don't know, selling cars, stolen cars, dope, and whatever. And there's lots of guns even in the area. The police is so strong, and you know, they put the fear in the people that people are they're willing to turn you in to police. Maybe that's the
psychology which makes crime possible. When it was discovered that he stole his house, people said, "Oh yes, it's good. Such man is what we need. If he steals house, he will steal Croatia from Yugoslavia." So that's the Robin Hood mentality. But you know, Robin Hood is Hollywood fictions, but it seems that people here take Hollywood for real life. I'm really Croat 100%. I have not a single drop of blood of any other nation. And they simply can't understand why I'm not on their side. I don't want because we're criminals. That's problem. It's moral problem. I don't care what you think. You're a criminal.
Yeah, it's a product of this reality and this mentality and this authority and all the things that I'm trying to to forget and avoid in my life. It's a problem here because this mentality is rather oppressive and violent and maybe totalitarian, even totalitarian. If you are a rebel, I think you are looking for freedom and maybe justice, maybe truth. And there's not a lot of that stuff at this very moment, at this very place. This is Belgrade, kids.
It's a fucking bullet from the gun. Fucking bastard missed me. And the bullet passed through my muscle. And nothing happened. Bones are okay, nothing. Just scar. 9 millimeters. Very strong bullet. If he, shoot me in the head, I never meet you. I threw in the river 50 grams of herring because of promise of one woman that he will be with me when I start to go through the crisis, to start to leave the fucking heroin, fucking drugs. Promises are for fools, yeah? He left me, that, without word, without anything. I give her just one call. And I said to her, you start my will to be healthy. Fuck you if you're not with me. I love you, you can do nothing to me. I just love you. And that's really me. I'm angry now. I'm fucking out of my mind. I'm gonna cry now. Fucking hurt me. Do you know that?
Alcoholics are very fine company. I would like Winston Churchill to join me here if he is alive. So we're gonna sit, talk, and drink, and enjoy, and look around. I'm in love with Britain. I'm really in love. I forgot passport to bring you to change passports, but you're a generous guy. You're gonna give me your. I'm gonna kiss you, Nicole. You're Nicole.
Reditelj će nam reći nekoliko reči o tome kako je film snimljen, kako je produciran, gde je realizovan. Posle toga možemo pitati, ja predlažem, možemo se držati i razgovor o samom filmu, a možemo razgovarati malo šire, mislim da je to možda i bolje, o prednostima i manama niskobudžetnih produkcija inače kod nas, a i inače u drugim sredinama. Eto, tako će nam reći nekoliko reči, a posle toga možemo da razgovaramo.
Anybody here who either saw themselves tonight for the first time in maybe 4 years when we were filming, and also all the other people that actually, in the course of actually making the film, actually contributed something. I don't think you're victims of geography, I think you're heroes, actually, to be honest. I don't know how much I can say about it, really. You know, I mean, in a lot of respects, you know, unfortunately, that's the sort of film that isn't going to be made in Britain that often, for various reasons, various political reasons, various cultural reasons. When I actually finished it, although Channel 4, for instance, put money into it, they suddenly lost interest when they saw the material we shot this year in particular. I think it actually, unfortunately, I don't know, I suppose I've got this joke about it at the moment. I think it's like that Norwegian brandy you can buy that travels around the world once before you're able to drink it, you know. So basically what we're going to do with the film is take it around the world and show it everywhere before we actually show it back in Britain again. Beginning that actually comes from my favourite Northern Soul song, which you might hear one day. Maybe on 3B92, you know. I suppose I'm not saying more. Have you got any questions? Yeah, it was good to see him sort of cuff England at Wembley. I mean, you just have to look at the face of the England players as they left the pitch to sort of realise, you know, that what a shallow victory it was. Any film buffs here? I'm asking the cuts all the way along, actually working on composition. Okay.
During the shooting, where did you stay longest? What was the city you stayed most?
Which cities?
Where did you find
Glasgow, because I live there.
That was very convenient.
We were in Belgrade the first time around for about 10 days. In Sarajevo about a week and a half. I mean, it varied. You know, I mean, I think in the end, I mean, some of those encounters with people were just chance happenings. You know, like the woman with her message from Milosevic. I mean, that just happened. I mean, those sort of things really made it worthwhile for me as well. You know, as well as, you know, you can set up a certain amount of things, but then letting spontaneous things actually take over occasionally. You imagine trying to do that with a 35mm crew in Glasgow, and next week it's on at the International Documentary Festival in Amsterdam. I mean, actually, what's nice about it, it's actually in the competition against Werner Herzog, Wim Wenders, and all these other big name, sort of auteurs. You know, so the whole idea that some punk with a camcorder can actually sort of, gate crush their party.
Doug, what would your reactions at the Edinburgh? What were your reactions to your movie when you first
in Edinburgh and Glasgow? We got a really good response, actually. I mean, Glasgow especially, I mean, we had a sort of party after the event. Actually, we had a party in Edinburgh as well. What we did was we showed the film, rather than showing it in a theatre, we showed it in a nightclub. So we brought a projector in and everything like that, and Mr. Gordon Ponovich came over to Edinburgh. We had a Scotland v Yugoslavia DJ match. What was the score, Gordon?
0-3.
And then there was a return game, and they got cuffed big time in Glasgow. So basically, it was nice to show in alternative venues, which we're looking towards doing maybe again, is to take it out, put it into, sort of maybe non-theatre type context as well. Because again, it attracts, a different audience. I mean, like in Glasgow, we had the clubbing crews coming along, and, so there were 400 people in this nightclub. Sat down and watched the film, for 100 minutes, and then, danced till 4 in the morning. So that was a nice way to show it. Competitions suck, full stop. If they don't have to necessarily be here, they can be in Britain, they can be anywhere. And sometimes if you really want to hear about what's happening or see what's happening, go and talk to real people. I mean, these people, when was the last time they did that? They're scared of doing it, most of them. Come on, let's be honest about it. So I mean, if there's a political message in it, it is like, the power is ours, really.